This is BYU Math 112. In this video we will discuss textbook section 2.8, exercises 4, 7, and 8. I'll have these directions. Trace or copy the graph of the given function f. We have copies here below. Assume that the axes have equal scales, then use the method of example 1 to sketch the graph of f prime below it. So we're going to do what example 1 does, plus a little bit more. We're going to note that here our derivative is negative, our tangent lines. Here our derivative is 0. Here the derivative is positive. Here the derivative again is 0. Our tangent lines go back to having negative slopes. Here again our slope is 0, and then we go positive. And if we look at the extreme right and left sides, we know that this looks like it's going to negative infinity, and this one seems to be going to positive infinity. So when I draw the sketch of f prime, I have some graphs over here. Note that these do have numbers on them, whereas the graphs on the left do not. So please take them with a grain of salt. So we're coming from negative infinity, and we hit 0, and then we go positive, and then we hit 0 again at 0, and then we're in the negatives, and then we come back and go towards positive infinity. So for 4, that would be a sketch of the graph of f prime. Next we look at number 7. So number 7 looks like it's going to have a vertical tangent here. So we're going to call that positive infinity, and then we have positive tangent lines, and again here we have a 0 tangent, we have negative tangent lines, and then again here it looks like we're going to have a negative infinity tangent line. So now when we draw our tangent line, it's going to look something like this, where it comes down pretty smooth and then jets over to 0 and then over and then down again in that fashion. We look at number 8. If we think about how this curve is going to continue, it's going to be going towards a 0 derivative here, and here it's negative, and here it looks like it's going towards negative infinity, whereas on the other side, it's a positive infinity slope. It's positive here, and then it looks, again, like it's going towards some kind of 0 slope. And so when we draw number 8, we're going to have something that looks like this, and then goes to negative infinity, and then starts up again at positive infinity, and goes towards 0. So that's the method for number 1 of finding the 0 derivatives and then drawing the stuff in between. I would add that it's helpful to note where it might be positive infinity or negative infinity, and then to note where it's going to be positive or negative to make sure that your graph matches up accordingly. And that's how we draw those graphs of the derivative.